that's of imminent extinction that attracts me to her. Gilda Sorensen, you're a grand proportion of a woman. A great lady. You could never be too much of you.
Yeah, sure. You get out.
Gentlemen, it's always been my custom to share with those whose conscience permits a nip of Irish broth. To you, sir.
My name's Smith.
Glad to know you, Mr. Smith. I only arrived this very day. Willie Farrer is my name. A shanty Irish strummer in ladies ready to wear. Gentlemen, a toast to the ladies. May glory shine upon them forever and ever and a day. Amen.
What was it, George? Someone threw a bomb at Chet Phillips' house. Anyone see it happen? Ben, clear the yard.
The blast must have thrown him with an awful force.
You gonna live, Doc?
Can't tell yet. He could be hemorrhaging internally.
See anyone else here?
No, I didn't.
That's Ed's daughter, Meg.
I haven't seen her.
Meg, are you in here? Meg? Oh, Meg! Meg? Meg, are you all right? Come on, Meg. Let's go.
She all right, Smitty?
Yeah, I think so.
Now take it easy, boys. Put him in the buckboard.
Doc.
She's in shock, Smitty. Don't worry. She'll be all right. Be all right in just a little while.
I know, of course, Phillips had enemies, but the kind of enemies he had would have faced him gun in hand. They wouldn't have thrown dynamite at him. You know, it's absolutely inconceivable to me that nobody saw the man who threw the charge.
You just came to two conclusions in one sentence, Chief. One is that a man did it, and two is that the charge was thrown.
Now, look, dynamite's a miner's weapon, right? And Chet Phillips is head of the Miners Association. Now, we know that the little independent operators haven't liked the way Chet's been handling things. So I say the man to go to is Grjngo. He's spokesman for the group.
Grjngo wouldn't do a thing like this.
Why not? He's threatened Phillips in public. People have heard him.
You're gonna kill somebody, you don't go around announcing your intentions.
Romack, go bring Grjngo in.
That's gonna stir things up, Chief. Grjngo faction's in town for a meeting Chet called to settle their differences.
Sure, and someone killed Chet before the meeting.
George, we don't even know for sure if Chet's dead or not.
Does somebody have to die before you get excited? Phillips was a friend of mine.
He's a friend of mine, too, but getting excited doesn't help.
Romack, find Grjngo. I want the rest of you men to go out to the Phillips place and go over every inch of that ground up there. All right. What's on your mind?
This piece of string?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Wish I did.
Smitty,
Hello, Meg.
How's your father, Miss Phillips?
it's going to be all right.
I'm glad to hear that.
I think I better take over to Mrs. Benton.
Lord, the light of my love, magnetic north, a compass needle to a man's affection.
You are a man without any shame, Mr. Farrer. He wants to show me the stars.
Aye, the stars, why not? The sight of them enlarges the soul and erases the petty conventions that keep good people apart.
There is no match to this one.
Match? I'm all match, me darling. Scratch me, and I'll blaze, I'll flare. I'll throw off such light and heat as to blind and Cynthia. Just scratch me. Come on. Good night, Charles.
Poor Gilda, I'm afraid Mr. Farrer is a rolling stone.
I'm thankful to him for one thing. He finally made you smile again.
Smitty, why would anyone want to kill him?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. You were in the house when it happened. Did you see anyone else around there?
No. No, I didn't.
Maybe you heard someone.
No, Smitty, I didn't.
Did you ever see any of this kind of string before? It's tied to your front gate.
No, but one of the neighbors who had children could have put it there. A kite string.
No, I don't think so. I think this string was used to trip a bomb. A bomb that was rigged to go off when your father opened the front gate.
I might have opened the gate.
Meg, have Mrs. Benton fix your room. You better stay here.
All right, you Yables. Cargo's in my custody. First man tries to take my break in half.
What's going on around here? Now listen. Cargill's interested in getting this thing cleared up. That's why he came in. Now stand aside. George, see if you can pick these things up for me, will you?
I'll try, Smitty.
Dan, if somebody threw a charge of dynamite at you, what would you do?
Throw it back at him.
Would you have time to do that?
Maybe. Unless the fuse was so short, it went off right away.
Tell me about those fuses. The burning time on them, it isn't too dependable, is it?
Oh, not exactly, no. You might cut a fuse for 30 seconds, go off in 15.
And anyone who knew anything about explosives wouldn't light a short fuse and throw a charge at anybody?
Not likely.
How do you do it in the mines? You want to be safe.
Plant the charge, light a long fuse, and clear out.
And you do it at night when there was nobody else around.
If I was going to blow somebody up, I wouldn't be there when it happened.
Well, then, where were you when this thing happened, Mr. Cargill?
I was home eating supper, just like everybody else.
Oh, anyone with you?
Look, Romack, my differences with Phillips weren't the killing kind.
Oh, then I take it no one was with you.
Yes, I was alone. But that doesn't prove a thing. Where were you?
Cargill, nobody's making any accusations.
Mr. Cargill, did you ever see this string before?
Seen some like it.
Got any at home like it?
All right, George, that's enough.
Smitty, what's all this about string?
Well, I found this string tied to Phillips' front gate. When the gate was open, the string was pulled. Now, my theory is that it was attached to the cork in a bottle of acid, which in turn was attached to a blasting cap in the dynamite. The acid spilled out and detonated the cap, giving Chet just about enough time to get to his front porch. Whoever rigged that device could have been anywhere. Could have been anyone with a perfect alibi.
Why, a man who would do a thing like that is loco.
Loco, sure. Not loco enough to have been home alone on the day Chet Phillips came back from the Springs. Well, I ain't got to turn in. Night, Chief. George. Hi, Dan.
I think I'll go along with you, Smitty. My boy's in town. I think I better stay at Mrs. Benton's tonight.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll find Mrs. Benton down the hall, Dan. I'll see you in the morning, huh?
Yeah, good night, Smitty. Thanks.
Good evening, Mr. Smith.
Well, how was the astronomy lesson?
Astronomy? I have no fear of it at all, Mr. Smith. I'm well versed in it, as you might say. But my astrology must be a little weak. Or I'd have known beforehand that she was going to clump me with that darling little fist of hers. Oh, the kick of a mule in her arm she has, as me lumps will testify. And all because I'm leaving in the morning. Now, who'd have thought that she'd have taken a traveling man's blarney so much to heart?
Some women will take you at your word, you know.
Would you believe it now? And I was just stringing her along. Well, human nature is a constant revelation. For Gilda, a peace offering and a remembrance. You give it to her for me after I've gone. Good night, Gilda. It's a bit of stuff.
Billy! Billy! Billy!
I thought I had a suspect last night.
Who?
Farrer. All I've got now is another piece of string.
Well, we've got to find some answers pretty quick. People are afraid to open their doors.
But Farrer didn't even have anything to do with the Miners Association.
You say Cargill stayed here last night.
Right.
Then that's it. Cargill killed Farrer to shift suspicion from himself and the independent miners.
George, see if you can find the source of the string. Somebody in town must have it.
Smitty, don't you know what I'm trying to tell you? Cargill could have been the man who
Cargill came in here with me last night. Just a few minutes before Farrer went up to his room. He wouldn't have had time to rig that bomb.
Trace the string, Romack, and get back to us.
The string on Farrer's package matches the one I found on Phillips' gate.
It had to be somebody who had access to his room. Somebody in the house.
Maybe. Why would they rig a bomb and then stay in the house? No, I wouldn't.
Neither would I.
Mitty, I heard about the explosion. I was with Father. They say Mr. Farrer is...
Dead.
Poor Gilda.
He's taking it pretty hard, I guess.
I'll go up to her. There may be something I can do.
Meg, is your father able to talk?
Well, yes. But I'm afraid he doesn't remember very much.
I think I'll go over and have a talk with Chet. Well, Chet, would you mind telling me what the meeting was for that you had scheduled?
I was trying to bring the independents into the association, but to come in, they'd have to improve their operating procedures.
their procedures substandard?
There are no standards. That's the problem.
What about Cargill's mine?
All the mines could be made safer. I learned my lesson 2 years ago when I lost a man in a shaft explosion.
I remember that. Bert Glazer. There wasn't much left to bury.
Since then, I've been working for safety standards. I think Cargill's on my side.
You're darn right I am. We're not opposed to safety standards. It's the legislation we don't like. You're not the only man in the territory that ever thought of safety.
I'm the only one who ever does anything about it.
Not till after Bert Glazer died. It took that to make you move.
What about Glazer, Doc? Do you have any relatives around here that you know of?
No, Bert was a loner. Dynamite handler. When we went through his effects, all we found was some letters from a girl in St. Paul.
You know her name? Anything about her?
Well, Chet wrote and told her what had happened. From the tone of her letters to Bert, she was planning to come out and marry him.
Smitty. Found this in the kitchen of the boarding house. Same as on Farrer's package.
Sondergaard. Ethel Sondergaard was her name. She never answered Chet's letter.
Maybe she did.
You can't let your whole life be ruined, Gilda. There's always hope.
Maybe for you, Miss Phillips. For a pretty girl like you, someone else will always come along. When you are rich and pretty, you don't have to worry.
I know how you must feel. We all liked Mr. Farrer.
Oh, you stop talking about him. He was a filthy little man. They are all filthy little men.
Why, Gilda, whatever happened?
Hey, Meg.
Oh, Smitty.
Hello, Ethel. That is your real name, isn't it? Ethel Sondergaard?
Yes, you don't come any closer. There is dynamite in here. And they have the acid in this bottle, Mr. Smith. It will blow you up. It will blow us all up.
Tom, she's insane.
You can thank your father for whatever I am.
My father?
My Bert was killed in your father's mine. Killed to get you nice clothes and a nice house so you could have all the things that I could never have.
That was an accident, Ethel. Chet wasn't responsible.
Responsible? Well then, I am not responsible either.
You give me that valise.
No. I will give the orders now. And you will dance to this tune. I want the stagecoach brought to the front door. I want it now.
Meg, tell him to bring the stage around front. Tell Richards to clear the street. Tell him to clear the whole area. And hurry.
Mr. Smith, if you want her to reach the street alive, you had better take off your gun.
Smitty says to get the stage here right away.
Romack, I'm gonna get him out of there. Come to your senses. You can blast that building. I'm not gonna leave him up. You're gonna follow orders. Now get the stage around here and tell the boys to clear the streets. I want everybody out of here. Everybody. Get back.
Look at them. Look at them. They are running around down there like chickens in a barnyard. Look at them. And they could kill them all with just a twist of my fingers.
They haven't done anything to you, Miss Sondergaard.
Like that Meg. Who think I funny because I got an accent. Who think I stupid because I am big. Who think I got no feelings. Like that Mr. Farrer. Who think he can make love to me one day and leave me the next. And like you. Yeah. Just like you.
But Bert Glazer wants you to behave like this.
My Bert wrote me once a week to tell me that he loved me. He was a whole world to me. And they blew him up. But I can blow up this world. Your world. And I will.
They brought the stage around.
Turn around now and walk slow.
How far do you think you're going to get?
I have got a ticket here to somewhere. A long trip for two. Maybe while you are driving, you will hit a bump in the road, or lightning will strike. I am all match, he said. Scratch me and they will blaze. Wrote me about the blasting caps and acid. He shared everything with me. That was nice, wasn't it, Mr. Smith?
Yeah. I'm sure he was a very fine man.
Yeah, sure, he was.
Take a shot at her. The whole thing will be over. She'll drop that acid, and that'll be it. Well, I can't stand here and do nothing. There's nothing much else we can do. Well, I'm gonna try.
That's enough, George.
That is good sense, Mr. Smith. Open the door. All right, Mr. Smith. Get up on the stage. They will wait until you are seated.
You all right?
Boy, pal, I thought you were a goner.
It would have been if that water hadn't muffled the explosion.
All the dad-blamed fool things to do. You could have gotten yourself killed. You know that?
I didn't have any choice, Chief. I couldn't think any other way to get rid of that stuff. Where's Gilda?
One of the boys has taken her into the jail. Why?
Why? You don't think I want to go through this again, do you? Gilda's hatred for Chet Phillips was like a bomb with a long fuse. It was a long time burning. A lot of us could have been killed on account of it. The tragedy is that someone could have put it out with understanding and love.